see, God has his ways of doing things. For example, he told you to take your tithes to the house of God. He didn't tell you to give your tithe to your grandmother. Are you listening to this? You can't use your tithe to do good, no matter how good the work is. You can't give your tithes to a suffering person because the person is suffering, so you're going to give him money. You give him your tithes. You can't give him your tithes. Why? Because, you see, the tithe belongs to God. The first fruit is also the same. The first fruit is not something you decide whether or not you're going to give to God. The first fruit belongs to God. He lays claim on the first fruit. You see that? Now, that is your assurance of prosperity.
I hope this will sink into your head. With due respect, Pastor Chris Oyakilome, I think you're completely wrong on this, honestly speaking. And in my own opinion, this statement is one of these statements that is making people to mock the faith of Christianity. Because you can't tell me that I'm seeing a person that wants to lose his life because of 10,000 naira, 50,000 naira that I'm supposed to give for tithes. This person is hungry. Let's just say my neighbor is hungry or is sick, and I have the ability, that money I'm supposed to use to give to this person to go to the hospital and treat his or herself. And you are telling me, because I have budgeted that money for tithes, I should ignore that person. Even the person dies, there's no problem. Then I just take that money and bring it to the church. It just doesn't make sense. At some point, I had some level of respect for Pastor Chris and this man of Deeper Life and Abel, Damina and all that. And even Pastor Sarah of Family Worship Center in Abuja or something. I had deep respect for all these people, because if you look at most of their teachings, they are not teaching about prosperity or all these things that all these new generation pastors teaches. No, they teach about core teachings of the Bible and how to live with your neighbors and all that. But I'm very, very disappointed at Pastor Chris for saying this, because you are actually telling people that no matter what your neighbor is passing through, no matter what the people on strangers you meet on the road, no matter what they are passing through, it means that if you have budgeted for something, don't use it. Okay, let's cite an instance before I give you a quotation from the Bible. Let's cite an instance. You remember that particular time when I think Jesus came to the well to get water, and he was demanding for water from this babe, from this particular lady. I think she's a prostitute or something. Let's assume it was food that he was asking her for, or let's just say he was asking her for money. And assuming that money was meant for tithes, for instance, she will say, no, I can't give you this. And maybe that is going to help him to transport himself from this place to this place, or to buy fuel. You have to see fuel day that day, those olden days. Or to give the only pot of water that is available to his horse, for instance. And that water is the only thing that she can use as tithes in her house of faith or whatsoever. And she will say, no, this water I cannot give you. And she knows that this man needs it. I can't say this water I'm not going to give you because I want to give him as tithes. Do you know that this person has missed his blessing? Because of this statement you make. You see, this is my problem. You see, a lot of all these people that claim to be religious men or men of God or whatsoever, small, their character, they come out. They try to, small, unconsciously, their character go, they come out, say their problem, na money. This religious house where they built, they do it like business. Small, their character don't they come out. Now you don't come out now. Small. Because there's no way this statement is actually encouraging people. Don't care about anybody in your area. Don't care about your family members. Don't care about your relatives. If they're in a problem that they might die if you don't help them or whatsoever, just bring the money, come. That is just it, to enrich themselves and all that. Basically, that is just what I understand from this nonsense. That is just it. But before then, For those people that will come on my comment section and want to talk nonsense, let me give you a small assignment. Go to Deuteronomy 14 verse 28, then read down to 29. When you read that one, you come back. Then go to Acts, the book of Acts, chapter 10 verse 4. Once you're able to read that, I wanted to give you some listening, but calm down first. Once you're able to read, come to my comment section and explain to me what it actually means. And you can go to your various respective Bible and check. When I mean check, fact, check a lot of all these things that all these religious leaders are saying. Maybe say then talk something to say because of saying that this person talk this thing, then I go do it. See, make I tell you, a lot of these your people, it's not even only related to some of all these Christian pastors, even some of the Islamic scholars. They control a good number of some of all these northern states. In case you don't understand, but that will be a story for another day. I hope this sink into your head.